Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Drive. Today we have a mid-class SUV which is called the Cupra Formentor. And it looks very nice in this grey color. But before we start talking about the car, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video, go to Instagram, TikTok, follow us there, help us out. Let's go on with the review. So the Cupra Formentor VZ is the first actual car that is built and designed by Cupra themselves. Before, Cupra was a sub-company, or is still a sub-company of Seat. But you had, like, for example, the Seat Leon Cupra, which is a very interesting and fast car. And Cupra is always meant to be the faster version of a Seat. But now it's not meant to be a Seat Cupra, it's their own brand and their own company. So every fast car now is called a Cupra. And you can tell by looking at the logo, which is a very interesting logo. I would have never connected it to a car. I would have connected it to a graphic device for the computer, but whatever, man. It's an interesting looking logo. Let's go on with the car design. I wouldn't say it's the most beautiful car, but it's a sporty car and it has a nice presence. I like the fact that we have some openings here, down there. We have nice headlights, of course, LED openings here to cool the engine, which it needs because it's a very powerful engine. And then down here also getting the air into the intercooler, some black elements with a gray color, very nicely combined. I like it. I like how it looks from the front. It has some nice angles. It has some nice elements around the wheel arch to tell you, okay, this is an SUV. I really like the wheels. They are very nice. Also combining kind of the sporty element that the Cupra stands for. Then we come to the back, and this is something interesting because here you can really tell the connection of all the VW, the Volkswagen companies. They all kind of look similar. So a little spoiler here, of course, then a line that is covering the whole back part, the whole boot. Of course, the Cupra logo, as I said. Then we have some diffuser here, which is basically just so you can look at it. It doesn't help you with downforce. And quad exhaust pipes. And those are actually not fake. They are real. So the boot capacity is 420 liters when the seats are in the normal position. If you want them a little higher, you can just put both seats down on the side panels here, and then you would have 1,475 liters of boot capacity. There are a lot of engine options. You have a 1.5 liter engine, you have a 2 liter engine petrol without all-wheel drive, then you have a 2 liter with all-wheel drive, then you have diesel engines, 2 liters, and you would have a hybrid system, 1.4 liter, plus you have a 5-cylinder in the highest, in the top rank, and this is the second most powerful, which is a 4-cylinder engine from VW, of course. And this good thing produces 310 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. It's capable of accelerating the car from 0 to 100 in 4.8 seconds. It tops out at 250 kph. The car weighs in 1,644 kilograms, so that is quite impressive. The gearbox is a dual clutch DSG 7-speed gearbox, so that's great. But when you have a powerful engine and quite a heavy car, you need to have a look at the brakes. Those are Brembo brakes, all right? They're called Brembo brakes, but what I noticed here is we have an Audi logo actually here at the front. 370 millimeter brake discs at the back, 310 millimeter brake discs without holes in it. So they kind of saved a little bit of money back here, but the brakes should be great. Welcome to the interior of this Cupra Formentor. So as you can tell, it is a quite interesting looking cockpit. It has some nice elements to it, which we're gonna talk about later. But first, let's look at the leather seats because they have a beautiful thickness to them. So the side panels are very thick and they feel very comfortable. Also, they're holding me tight into the seat. What is also nice is some stitchings down here and stitchings in the color of the Cupra logo. So they connected this bronzish tone everywhere. So the outside has bronzish tone. Inside we have the stitchings here, for example. We have the air vents in a bronze tone. Sporty, but still feels somehow luxurious. What I can tell you though is they are typical VW interiors. So the problem with that car is I have a Skoda Octavia, which I drive daily, and they look the same. They really look the same. My most favorite part though is the steering wheel. Very nice thickness, very nice feel to it. They have holes in here so you don't start sweating when driving the car. You have some the starting button down here. You have the Cupra button where you can select your driving mode. It's very nice. Heated steering wheel, for example, also very nice if you drive on mountains, etc. So that is very good. All the driving assistances you need. And then let's go further into the screen. It looks okay. It has bright colors. It's kind of engaging, the navigation system, etc. It's really not the best infotainment system, but VW has some problems with it. I think this is even better than the one in the VW. So it feels nice and comfortable. Let's have a look at the back. So I haven't changed my driving position, of course, and I have plenty of room here. So although the car is not that big and it's kind of a, let's say a Seat Leon upwards, kind of on an SUV platform, I still have plenty of room. So a lot of knee space. Headroom is also nice. We have this nice armrest here. You have some climate vents down here. Also touchscreen, 2 USB-C ports. What is interesting though is we found out that I cannot open the door here because it has a lock for kids, and you cannot just press a button to open them. You actually have to use the key and turn it manually. We're going to show you that. Okay, so here it is, the kids opening door lock. You can just put your key in, turn it to the right side, and then people can open the door at the back. Very interesting. I've never seen that before. Friends, welcome to the driving experience Cupra Formentor. So driving it on the first meters, it kind of feels easy. It's a very easygoing car. You don't feel like you're sitting in an SUV. You actually feel like you're sitting in a sports car. The speedometer, everything it has is kind of oriented on track drive, for example. So they even put a lap timer in. You can change the speedometer, for example. I'm going to present that to you right now. You can change it from this Corvette C8 type to something else. Pressing this Cupra button here, that little logo, I can change to off-road mode, street mode, sports mode, or in our example, Cupra mode. So now let's have a little go. All right. Yeah! Hey, that felt very fast. I really don't feel like I'm sitting in an SUV. I really feel like I'm sitting in a sports car. Accelerating in corners, around corners, it feels pretty solid. But hey, I mean, that was a great acceleration, 4.7 seconds to 100. That's great. That's really a good acceleration. So let me try that one more time. Second gear. Hey, this car is rock solid, man. Really. The 4-cylinder feels powerful. It has plenty of power. Because we have a dual clutch system, it shifts pretty fast without any interruptions or any delay. I really do like it. I really do. Of course, it's not a 5-cylinder with almost 400 horsepower that is really pushing and screaming and everything, but it's a nice, pretty fast SUV. I'm not really sure if anybody is gonna go off-road with it. It doesn't have the ground clearance for an SUV, and it's really aggressive on the throttle. Let me accelerate one more time here. You hear that? Pop, pop, pop. Little pops and bangs. Okay, so double clutch system. Yeah! A little slip at the front wheels, pushed from behind. Very nice. I could picture myself having this as my daily, really. I think it's a good car. It reminds me a little bit of my Skoda. The only annoying thing is really this box sound, this produced sound in here. I really don't like that. I mean, listen to it. It sounds like I'm driving a 3-cylinder. Just leave that out. Sounds good. And accelerate. I do understand why they put a lap timer in. I could really see people driving this thing actually on track, just for having a little bit fun. It kind of reminds me of a performance of a Golf R. What else do I have to say? It's a great driver's car, really. You can drive it fast, you can drive it normally, it's quite comfortable. But the comfort is a little bit on the harder side because we have a sport suspension. When you put it into Cupra mode, it drives pretty fast. You can shift really fast, and you can tell the car has some sporty DNA, and that's great. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you liked it. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and see you on the next one. Thank you.